Going on to my Geminis, you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Moon, the King of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Sun, Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. All right. So for you Geminis, the Seven of Pentacles, the Moon, the King of Swords, this is about how a lot of you Geminis have a lot more self-respect than to allow someone who is just going to, hang around you for what it is that they want you for. If they're not putting in any kind of effort, the Moon and the King of Swords, then you just can't do it anymore, and you'll continue you will ghost them and move forward. You'll have some, those types of people who will, they don't have any kind of self-respect or decency within themselves. So what they'll do is they'll end up being in a relationship with somebody that doesn't even really respect them like that, and they'll still hang around a person long term because they think of, because they don't have any decency. So the way that they look at it is, okay, well, I'll still hang around somebody anyway, and me and the person, don't really even get along like that. They don't even respect me like that to say that they actually look at me anything other than just, getting friends with benefits, and that's it. Well, you Geminis are not that. Because the Moon and the King of Swords is about you showing off your self-respect that you have for yourself, and, essentially wanting to kind of set the record straight. Like, nah, you Geminis are not with that. When you were younger, you Geminis may have been for that, because trust me, Gemini lives. Gemini gets a chance to actually, be the partier, because y'all are the exact opposite of Sagittarius. So when y'all are young, y'all get a chance to be the partier. I don't know if people know this, but Leo and Sagittarius are the zodiac signs of partying, right? Having a party. So you being the exact opposite of Sagittarius, being a Gemini, I'm not saying that y'all are like partiers the way that Sagittarius does it or the way that Leo does it, but you do party in your own sense. So I guess you could say those three. But at the same time, a lot of you, Geminis have essentially grown out of that. And we all are partiers, a lot of us. Not gonna say all of us, but a lot of us are partiers to a certain extent, where we wanna, kind of let our hair down, relax, actually have some fun, but not to the degree of Gemini, not to the degree of Sagittarius and Leo, right? But again, a lot of you Geminis have made a metamorphosis where a lot of you Geminis have changed. People are approaching you expecting one particular thing, and they're finding out that you Geminis are not necessarily that anymore. So the Moon and the King of Swords represent. So as a result, this is about how a lot of you Geminis are in the position in your lives where a lot of you need to understand that you've grown out of that, and that you are not going to just mindlessly, I ain't gonna say mindlessly, but hang out with somebody just for the sake of, well, you're young and you're going to continue to party, right? The Five of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, it has to have meaning behind it. And that people are showing you issues. People are showing you issues for your own, people are showing you issues for your own time. People want to get your time and attention, and it really just goes to show you the kind of power now that a lot of you Geminis are wielding, now that a lot of y'all have chosen to not do certain things. The kind of options that a lot of you have, because the Five of Wands represents how things have turned for you, where you've now flipped the script where a lot of people, they want your time, they want your attention, so much so to the point where they want you in a position, Gemini, where they have you hang out with them. But the Ten of Pentacles represents how you Geminis have different, as I said, you Geminis have different priorities. So a lot of times when these people may be single, right? Where they don't have anybody, they don't have little ones of their own. And you Geminis may have little ones. You Geminis may, be seeing somebody. You Geminis may still be single, but you're not interested in any of the things that these people got going on. And a lot of you Geminis understand that there's a different priority attached to that. I keep thinking about the Gemini who I was talking to you about. But with that being said, so now, like I said, you flip the script, because now they're in a position where they're looking for your attention. They're looking for you to start hanging out with them. And what I mean by that is the game is flipped. And I don't mean from people whom you used to talk to per se. I mean people in general. How, again, you will give them a time to shine when they have a time to shine, and that you're not paying attention to the how do I say, you're not paying attention to the peer pressure, or how they want you to move. The Ten of Pentacles represents you're going to approach them the way that you want to, and you're going to approach them on your own time. But see, now that's the thing. The Ace of Wands represent a lot of people may be upset about that. They may not necessarily like that. So now that's the situation, okay? So the Sun and the Three of Pentacles now represents, as a result, the Sun and the Three of Pentacles is about how you need to understand that what you've got going on, the Sun and the Three of Pentacles, you Geminis are doing, like I said, you're doing the things that you must do. And you're not necessarily running game on anybody. But again, a lot of times people like to use just how busy they are as some sort of weapon or whatever, in order to like get people jealous, in order to, try to do more, to kind of compete for a person's time and attention. And from what I'm seeing, a lot of you Geminis aren't doing that. The sun, everything is above the table. There's light on it, spotlight on it like this. Everything is above the table. And they may not necessarily understand that, because now it's like, oh, well, I'm feeling offended about this. And it's like, listen, it's a part of life, and it really goes to show you Geminis, not only how things have flipped in your favor, but also it really goes to show a lot of you Geminis how ultimately a lot of people don't really know how things work, that you're not gonna always have time to speak to somebody whom you're trying to get to know all day, every day, all the time. That's not possible, especially if they're doing their thing, you're doing your thing. It is what it is. And see, the thing about it is that the Sun and the Three of Pentacles represents a person has to learn to understand that. Again, this is why it is that I say that we need to be realistic about this. And it goes to show you the delusion that some people have. You expect to hear from the person every single day. This shows and proves more evidence about how that's not possible. Because the thing is that, you're not gonna, what I'm trying to say is, it goes to show you how much of a fallacy it is, in the sense that you're not going to get a chance every single day to speak to somebody that you may be trying to get to know or talk to or like every single day. It's not going to happen. And the reason why is because this evidence is proof of that. When you're doing your thing, this is the reason why it is that we have the whole house thing, When two people get married to each other, one person stays at the house because one person is dedicated towards actually emotionally being the support of and seeing the other person. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have two people who, in all intents and purposes, may be single or getting to know each other, and they're both doing their thing in their own right, realistically, how do you expect to hear from these people if you're busy and the other person is busy doing their thing? The answer is you can't. And see, that's the thing where a lot of people have a problem with. So the Four of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles now is you Geminis. This is where a lot of you Geminis happen to be right now. You know, a lot of you Geminis are in that type of dynamic where the other person has to have something that they've got going on too, not to impress you, but obviously with the way that modern day is going, the other person has to have something of their own going on, and at the same time understand that, you know, yes, the two of you are doing your own thing, but at the same time, this is just, it is what it is. This is what modern day relationships are, right? The old fashioned relationships are one person must sacrifice their dreams in order for the sake of another person to live out theirs. And that's the call. That's the big asking price. That's the price that when you deal with old fashioned relationships, that's what it is. The two of y'all end up living together when y'all are married and all of that type of stuff. And now that y'all are married, don't live together. And I'm writing about that in my book. You can do that, but I don't necessarily suggest y'all live together before y'all get married if y'all, you know, people are wanting to do that. But if you are going to do that, you understand that essentially that's what it is that you're doing when you're in old-fashioned relationships type of style, is that one person handles their business while the other person is essentially waiting on the other person. They have to sacrifice their own dreams so that one person lives out theirs. And see, when you're talking about two individuals with their own life to live, doing their own thing, this is the situation. And a lot of you Geminis understand that this is the state of modern day relationships, right? But what you have right here is a person that you're entertaining right now, that I should say entertaining on and off, that a lot of you Geminis, they're having a problem understanding this. So a lot of you Geminis are just looking at it like, well, you're going to get a chance to speak to them when you get a chance. If you don't, then it is what it is. So it is what it is, right? You know, not every interaction or relationship can work out that way because of that. So let's clarify some of these cards. So let's clarify the time. Okay, let's clarify the Four of Cups. Clarify the Four of Cups. So to clarify this, we have the Four of Cups again. So we got to draw four more cards. The Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So we're not going to use the Four of Cups to clarify the Four of Cups because that doesn't make any sense. So the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Pentacles, right, is about how a lot of you Geminis are in a particular situation where a lot of you are spinning. Y'all are essentially doing your thing, right? Like you're not running game, you're doing your thing. And this person that right now you're getting to know, or, you know, the people, I should say, the way that the people that you are getting to know, the pattern is that a lot of them are kind of waiting on you to kind of now all of a sudden to show them interest. And a lot of you Geminis are showing them interest, but a lot of you Geminis have other responsibilities in doing your own thing too. So the Eight of Pentacles now is that now they actually have to show you some form of interest and effort, right? Where they have to create that type of system in their life where yeah, they may have their own job of their own or something like this. Yeah, but they also have to find a way to make time for you as well. And the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups now represent, so as a result, a lot of you Geminis, happen to be in a situation where so now, like I said, they want your attention now. They're not willing to do that. And the Five of Cups is that, you know, they're having a problem now. So a lot of you, to be honest with you, a lot of you Geminis have, like I said, have completely changed, you know, completely turned the wheel of power, right? And made it your own, where, you know, when you, again, people should have, you know, scooped you up when you were essentially single and you were looking and you were making time for individuals. Now, a lot of you Geminis, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Gemini be like, all right, I'm gonna just do my thing. And then now people showing interest, and it's like, why does it have to be like that? You know, why does the dynamic have to be like that? It doesn't always. It's just that a lot of times it plays out like that because, you know, people don't want to be on the same page because of their ego. They don't know when to dominate, when to surrender. And that's the give and take. They don't know when to dominate and when to surrender. So what they do is that they try to, so many people caught up with being the alpha, they want things to be done their way. You know, they want to surrender dominantly. So they want to surrender from a perspective of, you need to cater to me. But then when they dominate, it's, I'm gonna try to occupy all your time, and if you tell me that you can't talk right now, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum, I'm gonna be mad, and I'm gonna be upset, and I'm gonna give you an issue until you talk to me. And a lot of you Geminis just don't have the time for that. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. What I suggest for you Geminis is, if you're engaging with anybody right now that's doing that, you got to essentially leave them alone. Dub them. Tell them, nah, you good, if it can be talked to. Or in essence, move forward, because these people are not it. They can't even handle that type of interaction, where this is what modern day relationships are about. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. Right now, I have 6,448 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.